Don't touch your dial, keep it right where it's set. There's something big coming up on your screen. Just settle back and relax, cause you're gonna get a whole lot of singing, a whole lot of laughing, a whole lot of laughing from Dee.
Feel good tonight. I just had a nice nap. Put an A where you got your I. Of course, I'd feel better if Jeannie wasn't mad at me. She's upset because I wouldn't let her drive me down to the studio. But I get too nervous when she drives. Last week, she drove straight up a telephone pole. I didn't mind that so much, but she almost hit another woman who was driving down. I'll tell you, my Jeannie's really an amazing girl. She can thread a needle, but she can't get a compact car in a garage that's 15 feet wide. But you know why? It's funny. To this day, Jeannie will knock on my door and say, honey, are you decent? And if I say no, she won't come in. So yesterday I was in the shower and there's a knock on my door. And Jeannie says, honey, are you decent? I figured this foolishness has gone on long enough. So I said, sure. And she sent the new maid in to meet me.
The Dean Martin Variety Show, after the second year that it was on the air and for the next 8 years, was among the top 10 shows on the network. Because what you were watching was a guy who was cute, delightful, charming, funny, and wonderful to sit back and just say, hey, he looks like a really nice guy. He looks like he's having a good time.
Tell him I'll be there. Cool evening. Better save a chair. And the party's getting a glow on. Singing fills the air. In the shank of the night when you're doing the right. Tell him I'll be there.
Susan barbecues and wants the ornament graceful food rescue.
Jake wants a big steak and a cake. Give it a tummy ache too.
We'll rent a tent or TV. Let the town crier cry.
And if it's RSVP, this is what I'll reply. Well, in the cool evening, tell them I'll be there. And in the cool evening, better save a chair. Now when the party's getting the glow on, singing fills the air. Well, in the shank of the night, when the dudes are right, you can tell them I'll be there. This kid is too much. I quit. This kid is unbelievable. This kid, it's such a beautiful thing. Every time he sings, the suicide rate goes up for canaries. I gotta say, I just give myself a shot here that hate me. Well, I got a great show for you, and I hope this is it.
Again, Howard Cosell lovers, and how right you are. Welcome to the Friday Night Domestic Fights. Coming to you direct from Suburbia Gardens, the arena for tonight's domestic Donnybrook, the dining room of Grace and Harvey Melman, who've been slugging it out for the past 17 years. As tonight's marital melee progresses, I'll be bringing you my own infallible opinion right out of the horse's aperture. Well, I see one of the adversaries in the altercation approaching. Tell me, Mrs. Melman, as you arrange that table, are you sufficiently psyched up for tonight's grudge match against your husband?
You can bet your bippy, Buster. Do you realize that this is the fourth Friday in a row that clown has come home late for dinner?
The plain truth is, your marriage has been leading up to this confrontation for years. One even wonders why it took so long to bring about.
Well, I was trying to think of a way to divorce him without making him happy.
I think you're full of much.
Thanks, Howie. I think you're full of it, too.
Well, here comes the challenger. Harvey, your wife has intimated that tonight is the night you're going to get yours.
Yeah, you're kidding. I already got mine on the way home.
I see your opponent, Mrs. Melman, has intimated that you're over the hill.
Yeah, but she doesn't know who I've been over the hill with.
Now you both know the rules of the State Matrimonial Commission. Today's lucky winner will go to Las Vegas for an uncontested, all-expense-paid divorce. The loser gets custody of the children. Let's have a good, clean fight. May the keener contender carry off the cornucopia of victory.
Well, I certainly hope you're satisfied. Because of you, the pot roast is burned.
How can you tell? Even the garbage disposal couldn't keep your cooking down.
Are you kidding? You're too cheap to buy a garbage disposal.
We got one living in the back room. Your brother.
Well, they're feeling each other out. Grace opens with a sweeping generality. Harvey counters with an underhanded comment.
You lied to me before I married you. You told me that you were well off.
I was, but I didn't know it.
A nifty exchange. This is shaping up to be the greatest fight since Liz and Dick.
Boy, if you could only read my mind.
No thanks. I don't do flat work.
A bolo to the cummerbund.
And another thing. Why don't you ever take me golfing with you?
I can only drag around one old bag at a time.
Well, for your information, I still have the body of a young girl.
Well, give it back because you're getting it all wrinkled.
End of round one. Mrs. Melman has taken charge with a fusillade of affronts and half-assed versions. The only interrogatory which remains pertinent is, how much longer can the bum take it?
Every time you take a shower, how come that you insist upon using my best linen guest towels?
Because I'm tired of drying myself off with your nylon pantyhose.
You wear lifts in your bedroom slippers.
You wear lifts in your bras.
All right, if I'm such a terrible person, then why did you send me all those flowers on our honeymoon?
Because I thought you were dead.
Okay, that does it. Now step outside and say that.
Uh-oh. This fight looks like it might lead to violence. The question, will he rise to the bait? Ladies and gentlemen, it's over. This fight is over. Harvey Melman has just ripped the seat of his trunks. He can't continue. The winner on a split decision, Mrs. Melman.
The star who awakes with the dawn, and his voice is mysteriously gone, but he sighs as he turns to go on. That's entertainment.
I don't know what's the matter. I can't sing. I can't talk.
Don't worry, I've got just the thing for you. Here, try this.
Have you said?
Yes, just go ahead. A little in the mouth. In the mouth. There, now try.
Everybody loves somebody. Hey, it's good.
My pleasure, not at all.
Thank you, pal.
That's okay.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't know what's wrong. I can't sing. I can't talk.
Oh, you two here. This will fix you up. Just a little into the mouth. Right. Now try.
Everybody loves somebody.
The sets are rotten, the music is lousy, and the costumes are terrible. And the lighting.
All right, Gloria. I've had it. I don't care if you are the star. You are fired. You're fired.
Fired? Don't be ridiculous. This is opening night, and you'll never find anyone to replace me in time.
Won't I?
Won't I?
Oh, you fresh.
You're what I want. Do you know Gloria's lines? Good, because you're going to be a star tonight. Tonight you're going to be the star. You're going to be great. Is that now? What do you think of that? You're going to be the star.
What do I think?
Yes.
I think the sets are rotten, the music is lousy, the costumes are terrible.
Shut your mouth.
Now, this here is a typical Western movie set. You yourselves have probably seen this very set in many movies. But what you may not realize, though, is that these aren't real houses. Oh, no. These are just a bunch of painted flats, and there's nothing behind them. Here, I'll show you. You see? Nothing there. Now, of course, this saves the studio an immense amount of money. Now, if you'll just follow me to the next studio here, we'll get...
I know there's a lot of variety shows on television, but all you do is bird imitations. They're looking for acts that are a little different.
I know, but I do great bird imitations.
Why don't you stop to do great bird imitations? I'm sorry, but I can't help you. Just keep in touch.
Okay. Thank you.
And so, if you give them a big even love, the material spin, that's the show. This is where we came in. The world has it all. We all love the world and
That is absolutely correct. I am the greatest dog psychiatrist in the world. That's right. If you don't believe me, ask your master.
Doctor.
What is it, nurse?
Your next patient is here.
Send him in.
How do you do? I am Dr. Glick. Oh, I'm
Mr. Martin Doc.
No! It's just Martin.
I'll make up your mind. I'm a busy man. Won't you sit down? Hold it. Hey, hey, on the paper. You cannot be too careful.
I didn't hear you.
I said you cannot be too careful.
Doc, I'm kind of worried about my dog.
You have no need to worry. I am an expert on dogs. I am a dog doctor. I'm a medical bow-wow. There is nothing about dogs that I don't know. By the way, your cat's pregnant.
It comes as a shock to you, Doc. This is a dog.
I'll be the judge of that. Hey, kitty. Sit up, kitty. That's a big pussy cat.
Well, he hasn't.
What's the problem?
Well, he hasn't been eating lately.
Do you mind if I have a quick look? 1, 2, 3. That was very quick. Just as I suspected, it could be very serious. Do you mind if I speak confidentially?
Sure, go ahead.
Twice a day, at least. Well, okay, I'm your doctor. Trust me. Okay, now I would like to speak to you, Miss Willis. Miss Willis! Would you get this kitty cat out of here? Thank you. Thank you. Come on. Get out of there. Mr. Martin, there is nothing physically wrong with your dog. The problem is all in the mind. But as a psychiatrist, I can help you. Let's start with the basics. What sex is your dog?
What's that?
What? Look at my lips. What sex is your dog?
I don't know. I never saw it with its fur off.
Now, people, Mr. Martin, please, that is mine. People don't realize that dogs imitate their masters.
No kidding.
No kidding.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
I said that first.
I said that first.
Oh, knock it off.
Good idea. Now, I miss my things. Now, in order for me to diagnose your dog properly, I must see what kind of a master you are.
In order for us to finish the script, you got to put some of them things back here.
And stay there. Okay. Pretend, please, that I am a dog.
Oh, as long as you don't pretend I'm a lamppost.
Remember, love, affection, and tenderness works wonders, and your dog will be healthy, wealthy, and wise. Excuse me, I have another appointment.
Stepped out of a dream. You are too wonderful to be what you seem. Could there be eyes like yours? Could there be lips like yours? Could there be smiles like yours? Honest and true. Could live out of this world when I'm looking at you. I hear out of this world the music that no mortal ever knew. You stepped out of a cloud. I want to take you away from the crowd, and have you all to myself, alone and apart, out of a dream, safe in my heart, out of a dream, safe in my heart, out of a dream, safe in my heart. except a dream.
You all know my pal, Ken Lane, yeah? You know, Ken's wife invited me over for dinner last night. I'm not saying his wife is a bad cook, but I almost choked on a bone in the chocolate pudding. Yeah, and I'll tell you how bad a cook his wife is. His cat only got 3 lives left. Hey, you mumble, that costs me money. Don't mumble. Just play the piano. Piano? That's what they say in the East.
All alone by the telephone, waiting for an obscene call.
I like that. Yes, really that is. Woo. Wouldn't you like to fly in my beautiful balloon? We'll just fly around till we find a new saloon. Yes, sir. Well, I'm going to go to the couch, if you don't mind, but remember the great words and the famous words of Sophia Loren's husband, who once said, "Let's face it, it's bigger than both of us." Is there a door? Okie dokie, hello, young lover. Hey, Laurie! Hey! That's a surprise.
Dean!
Dean! I see him every day at Bel Air. What is
Dean,
that?
the voice in my orchestra wouldn't let me play the accordion anymore. So I thought I'd bring it over here. You know, we could put a bunch of grapes in here and I could squeeze them out for you.
Yeah. Mr. Lawrence Rock, thank you. Hey. Oh, is it cute? Oh, there are more surprises around here, I'll tell you. What's the song? Just give me a hint. Oh. You know, with those scores you give me, I could sing anything, but I'll pick out a good one.
Supposing I should fall in love with you, do you think that you could love me too? Supposing I should hold you and caress you, would it impress you or distress you? Supposing I should say, for you I yearn, would you think I'm speaking out of turn? Supposing I declare it, would you take my love and share it? I'm not supposing I'm in love with you.
That's a pretty song.
There's a rainbow round my shoulder and the sky of blue above. Oh, the sun shines bright, the world's all right, 'cause I'm in love. Now there's a rainbow round my shoulder, fits me like a glove. Let it blow and storm, but I'll be warm, 'cause I'm in love. Hallelujah, how the folks will stare when they see the diamond solitaire that my little sugar baby is going to wear. There's a rainbow round my shoulder and the sky blue above, and I'm shouting so the world will know that I'm in love. There's a rainbow round my shoulder and it fits me like a glove. Oh, the sun shines bright, the world's all right, 'cause I'm in love. Hallelujah, how the folks are there when they see the diamond solitaire that my little sugar baby is a going to wear. Rainbow around my shoulder and the sky shouting so the world will know that I There's a rainbow round my shoulder and a sky blue above, and I'm shouting so the world will know that I'm in love.
That was nifty. I like to keep up with all the modern slang. Incidentally, girl, there's a cast party after the show, and all of you 50 are invited.
Thank you, Dean. Where's the party going to be?
In my Volkswagen. Here's a young man who was a smash on my summer show this year, which is only appropriate because I was always smashed on the winter show. You look like I wrote all that up. He's about the wildest, funniest man I've ever seen. Tonight, he's going to show you what happens when Mama's little boy starts to feel the first twinges of manhood. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Marty Feldman.
Come on, darling, eat up your prunes. Oh, make them big and strong. Don't you want to be big and strong?
Look, let's face it, I'm nearly 53. I'm almost an old man now.
But you'll always be my baby. Now come along. Look, Teddy's eating his prunes.
Teddy's eating his prunes? Who are you kidding, eh? Who are you kidding? I know Teddy's not eating his prunes. I caught on to that weeks ago. All my life, you've kept me locked up in here. You've kept me tied to apron strings. I mean, can't you face the fact that I'm grown up now? I mean, I'm going to be senile before I've even been adolescent. I've never been outside that door. I don't even know what the outside world looks like.
But you wouldn't like it. It's nasty out there. I let your father go out there once in 1923, and look what happened. He never came back. And that's not going to happen to you, my baby boy. You're all I got. Aren't you happy with Mummy and all your little friends? With Teddy and Golly and Herbert the Duck? Don't you like them anymore?
Yeah, well, they're all right in their way. It's just that, well, I don't know how to say this, Mum, but there comes a time in a boy's life when he starts to experience certain feelings.
What feelings?
I don't know, but whatever they are, Herbert the Duck doesn't satisfy them. I've had it. I've taken all these years and I've had enough. I'm leaving you. I'm going.
No, you can't leave me. I won't let you.
You can't stop me. All these years you've dominated me. You've held me back. You've never let me develop. I mean, who knows what I could have achieved? I could have been something. I could have grown a puff. I could have been big and fat and important, like Mr. Bunn the baker in Happy Families.
No, it's too late. It's too late to change.
It's not too late. I made up my mind. That's it.
But you haven't any money. You'll need money out there.
I've got money. I've got money. I've got money. Lots and lots of it. All these years I've been saving it. I've got a fortune.
They don't take chocolate money in the outside world.
I don't care. I'm just going, that's all. I just want to be free, that's all. Free to go wherever my fancy takes me. I'm going to walk out of this door, and I'm never coming back. I'm a man now. A man!
My baby!
Mum, could you see me across the street, please?
Records round and round, those wonderful records round and round. Keep listening, all you swinging cats everywhere. Here's your favorite disc jockey, Dino on the air.
And now, here's Dino.
Yo, hey, this is your old buddy Dino Vino, spinning the best in the West. When I came in today, the manager of the station asked me to talk slower on this show because the listeners are having troubles dancing to my jokes. Okay, let's start this little gig with a record from Stevie and Edie.
You're watching the sun come up, counting your money, or else in a dim cafe you're ordering wine. Then suddenly there he is. is and wanna be where he is. And this must be the start of something. This could be the heart of something. This could be the start of something big.
Better sounds come out of a leaky balloon. And now it's musical time, and here is Miss Betty Davis.
Give me 4 boys to dance with hoopers who twist and twirl. Just turn me loose on old Broadway as a musical comedy. No melodrama, musical comedy, girl.
And now, with no further ado, Miss Rose Margret. Look.
Hey, with the stars in your eyes.
Are you talking to me?
Love never made a fool of you.
Not until now.
You used to be too much.
Yes, I was once.
Will you take this advice I hand you like a mother? Or am I not seeing things too clear? Are you just too far gone to hear? Is it all going in one ear and out the other?
You think you saw 2 Rosemary Clooney's? You're right. Dino likes her so much he ordered a double. Anyway, our next record is a delightful little tune from Julie Andrews and the kids from Sound of Music.
Let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. When you read, you begin with A, B, C. When you sing, you begin with Do, Re, Mi. Do, Re, Mi. Do, Re, Mi. The first 3 notes just happen to be Do, Re, Mi. Do, Re, Mi. Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti. Oh, let's see if I can make it easier. A deer, a female deer, a drop of golden sun, a name I call myself, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread, la, a note to follow. So, tea, I drink the jam and bread, that will bring us back to dough.
Look at this, Dean. It says here that scientists can now create life in a test tube.
I hope the wives don't find out about it.
Do you realize what that means? It means that someday women may not have babies anymore.
I bet business will pick up at the drive-ins.
No, but just think about that. I mean, someday we might not have babies the way we do now. I mean, science will do it for us. All you have to do is to decide the kind of baby you want, and science will make it.
No kidding.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be just as easy to order a baby as it will be to order lunch.
May I help you, monsieur?
Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Bromley. We have a reservation for a baby at 2 o'clock.
Oh, the Bromleys. Oh, yes, of course, sir. Right over here, table 5, please, madame. Monsieur, thank you very much. I'll be right back for your order. Be comfortable.
Oh, darling, I'm so glad we came here. It's such a nice atmosphere.
The Murphys recommended it. They come here for a baby once a week.
Yeah, well, they're Catholic.
Is monsieur ready to order, please?
I think so. What would you recommend?
Well, may I show you?
Oh.
The triplets are very, very good today.
No, I had them once before. They kept me up all night.
Oh, this looks really nice. Blonde hair, blue eyes, and freckles. Could we have that with brown hair?
I'm sorry, madam. No substitution.
Well, maybe we should order a la carte.
Oh, certainly. Now, what sex would you like your baby to be, please?
Well, my husband's a man and I'm a woman. I think we'd rather wait until it's old enough to decide for itself.
Hold the sex. Now, tell me, please. Have you decided, the Bromleys, have you decided on the color of eyes, please?
Like Paul Newman.
Oh, and hair?
Like Rock Hudson.
Uh-huh. Chin?
Kirk Douglas.
Kirk Douglas. Body?
Like Raquel Welch.
Just a moment, Mr. Bromley. Like Raquel Welch.
Sure, I want to have fun with him, too.
Tell me, what kind of baby are they having at the next table?
Oh, they're having a Chinese baby.
Very interesting, don't you think?
Yeah, except 1 hour later, you're expecting again.
Oh, what is this? It says here, celebrity combination.
Oh, the celebrity combination, yes. That is the body like Frank Sinatra and the brain like Liberace. You see, when it grows up, it can have any girl it doesn't want.
I don't know. Everything looks so good. What'd you order for us?
Leave it to me, monsieur. Your baby will be ready in a moment. And while I'm gone, may I recommend just a touch of the bubbler.
The bubbler?
The bubbler. I'll be right back.
It was a good year for cows. Wow.
Oh, this is really lovely, darling. We should have our babies out more often.
Right, it's always nice when somebody does it for you, and it's not all that expensive. Look, you can get a complete baby for $50 if you look at that menu.
Including labor.
Labor.
It's beautiful.
My compliments to the store. Hey, waiter, there's a fly on my baby.
There's a what, sir?
A fly on her.
Well, of course, it's a boy.
Well, baby, I'm gonna tell you something. It's 2:45. And no one in a place except you and me.
And him?
And him. So set him up, Joe.
One line you got in your louse up.
I got a little story that you ought to know. Okay, pal. Listen, get it off your chest. Every night he comes in here with his problems. What's the matter now?
She's done it again. She's done. I can't stand it. I tell you, I can't stand it.
You're playing right into her hands.
Yeah.
Well, I can't help it. I'm jealous. She makes me jealous.
Listen, they all do that. That is part of their game.
As soon as she thinks you're not jealous, she'll be eating out of your hand.
That's right. And all you got to do is make her think that you trust her.
Well, that's easier said than done.
Can I do it? Can I do it?
Of course you can do it. Believe me. Hey, but let's take an example just for fun. All right? I'll tell you something. See how you react to it. Picture this. You're waiting 3 hours for her to come home from a date.
There you are. You're waiting 3 hours for her to come back from a date.
Here she comes. Her lipstick is smeared. She can't seem to walk very straight.
Here she comes. Her lipstick is smeared and she can't seem to walk very straight.
Then she drops a bottle of rye without batting an eye. She says, a train wreck made me late.
Well, fella, what do you do?
I would trust.
I'm proud of you.
I would trust. By George, I swear I would trust.
I think he's got it.
No, I'll never be jealous.
You'll never be jealous. Listen, I'm really proud of you. Don't blow your cool and you didn't. Let's take another example. All right?
Yeah.
Look at my lips. Picture this. You have nothing to do, so you drop into chat for a while.
There you are. You've nothing to do, so you drop into chat for a while.
Something's up. The window is open. Your girlfriend is forcing a smile.
Something's up. The window is open. Your girlfriend is forcing a smile.
Then you see a hat, a cane, and a pair of gloves in a nice, neat little pile.
What are you going to do?
Why, that Margret. I would trust. I would trust. By George, I swear I would trust.
I'm proud of you.
No, I'll never be jealous.
You will never be jealous again. There will be no more nightmares to sleep through.
No more keyholes to be through.
That's my plan. More bushes to creep through.
That's my plan.
And now that you're a new man,
Picture this. You go to your sweetie's apartment to borrow the key.
picture this. You go to your sweetie's apartment, you borrow the
There
key.
she is, giving a sailor a very affectionate
Yeah, she is. She's giving a sailor a very affectionate squeeze.
And to boot, she tells you she was in the arms of her cousin who's back from overseas.
Her cousin back from overseas. But don't you expect me to believe that? Why, I oughta. I would trust her. I would trust her. By George, I swear I would trust her. No, I'll never be jealous.
You'll never, 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 never be jealous again.
When I was a young guy, very young guy, I was going to the University of Pennsylvania, and I was working as an assistant stagehand. That's like a gopher. And Orson was producing, writing, directing a show getting ready for Broadway called Around the World in 80 Days. Now, they made a movie about that, and of course, it was very successful, but this was a stage play at the time. And I met Orson at that time, and I've been involved with Orson ever since. He was kind of like a father to me. And I have a long-time relationship with Orson, and he did the show.
Orson, you know, you really have style. I mean, what other guy travels with his own maid and houseboy?
The thing I can't figure out is why he needs the houseboy.
To clean up after me and the maid.
Well,
everybody ought to have a maid. Everybody ought to have a working girl. Everybody ought to have a working girl to put her around the house. Everybody ought to have a maid. Everybody ought to have a menial. Consistently congenial.
And quieter than a mouse.
It's the basso profundo part.
Oh, wouldn't she be delicious? Tidying up the dishes, neat as a pin.
Oh, wouldn't she be delightful sweeping out?
Sleeping in?
Everybody ought to have a maid.
Yes, someone whom you have when you're short of help. To offer you the sort of help you never get from a spouse. Fluttering up the stairway,
Shuttering up the windows.
cluttering up the bedroom, buttering up the master,
Puttering all around the house.
Everybody ought to have a maid. Everybody ought to have a working girl. Everybody ought to have a lurking girl to put her around the house.
Everybody ought to have a maid. Everybody ought to have a menial. Consistently congenial and quieter than a mouse. Wouldn't she be delicious? Tidying up the dishes, neat as a pin. Won't she be delightful? Sleeping out, sleeping in. Everybody ought to have a maid.
Someone who's as busy as a bumblebee, and even if you grumble, be as graceful as a grouse. Skittering down the hallway, glittering through the parlor, tittering in the pantry, glittering up the bedroom, fluttering all around the house. Everybody ought to have a maid.
Hi there.
Oh, hi there. That's a fine-looking elephant you got there.
Well, thank you. That's a nice-looking pet you've got there, too. You know, mine never forgets.
Yeah, but mine has a lot more to remember.
You heard that one.
Hey, what made you get an elephant for a pet?
Well, there's no dogs allowed in my building.
Oh, I see. Where'd you get him?
Well, he used to work at a circus. He and 5 other elephants used to drive around in a Volkswagen.
Oh, how'd you fit the 6 elephants in a Volkswagen?
3 in the front, 3 in the back. Well, I must say your pet looks very playful.
Oh, she sure is. We have this great game, her and me. We have a huge ball of string. Boy, is it ever fun.
You mean you play with a ball of string?
No, we tie up my wife with it.
Well, I gotta be going. I'll see you. Let's move out. Come on, Rover. Thank heaven for little girls. For little girls get bigger every day. Thank heaven for little girls. They grow up in the most delightful way. Those little eyes so helpless and appealing someday will flash and send you crashing through the ceiling. Thank heaven for little girls.
Thank heaven for them all, no matter where, no matter who. Without them, what would
Yes, without them, what would little boys? Without them, what would little boys do?
I know what you'll do, Pavlin. You're gonna grow up and wreck a lot of hearts. Laurie, when you're 21, may I have the first dance? Thank heaven for little girls. Thank heaven for them all, no matter where, no matter who.
We're out there with little boys do.
Hold it. Excuse me, girls. Mr. Martin, I've come to capture you. Just look at those balls. The texture is unbearable. Mr. Martin, what you need is something in the woods.
Now you're talking.
Personally, I recommend rosewood.
What?
Rosewood.
Well, if rosewood, I would.
In place of this couch, I see a bed. The bed was invented in Egypt, you know.
I wonder they had so many mummies.
You know, it's fascinating that the first bed was carved completely out of wood.
I bet that wasn't easy.
The hardest part was carving all those feathers for the mattress. And that awful bookcase has to go. You need an occasional piece here.
I'll buy that.
Now, over in that corner, we need the classical touch. Perhaps something old and Greek.
How about a picture of Aristotle Onassis? Aristotle and Onassis?
I said old, not prehistoric. What I had in mind was a Grecian urn.
What's a Grecian urn?
Whatever she can get.
You know, it's a pleasure to see you, and I want to tell you, you know, you look younger every time you come around here. I ain't reading no cards now. This is the truth.
Thank you very much, Dean.
It's all right.
You're only as young, I always say, as you think you are.
I am 16.
Going on 17.
School day, dear old golden rule day. Reading and writing and arithmetic, off to the tune of the hickory stick.
You were my queen in calico,
You were my bashful barefoot beau.
and you wrote on my slate, I love you, Joe.
When we were a couple of kids, farmer in the dell, the farmer in the dell.
I hold the daddy-o, the farmer in the dell.
You know that Mary had a little lamb, a little lamb, a little lamb.
Mary had a little lamb, its fleece as white as snow.
Ba, black sheep, have you any wool?
Yes, ma'am, 3 bags full.
One for the master, one for the dame,
And one for the little girl who lives down the lane.
A tisket, a basket, a little yellow basket.
I sent a letter to my mommy on the way. I dropped it.
He dropped it, he dropped it. On his way he dropped it.
A little girlie picked it up and put it in her pocket.
Was it red?
No.
Must have been green.
Oh, no.
Then it was blue.
No. It was just a little yellow basket.
Oh. You dance with me.
It would be my pleasure.
I would love to dance with you again.
She's soon we'll marry, never little Addie Rooney is my sweet.
Who's that knocking at my door? Who's that knocking at my door? Who's that knocking at my door? Cried the fair young maiden.
It's only me from over the seas, running the bill to sail. I'm all dressed up like a Christmas tree, running the bill to sail. I'll sail the sea until I croak, fight and swear and chew and smoke. A stroke.
Said Barnacle Bill the sailor.
Very nice.
We had a lovely happening, just you and I, remembering all the wonderful songs we used to sing when we were a couple of kids.
The only one that hates
Keep all them cards and letters coming in. Jeannie just loves to look at those things. She tears the stamps off and puts them on my forehead. We've had, incidentally, we've had over 375,000 entries in my mystery voice contest, and nobody, and I mean nobody has recognized my mystery voice yet. So listen close, because here it is again. This is the last time. This is the mystery voice. Listen.
Ever since that night, we've been together, lovers at first sight. In love forever, it turned out so right, for strangers in the night.
He says, doobie doobie, I'm gonna die. Doobie doobie doo. Scotty waddy doobie doo. How can anybody end the song with doobie doobie? Now, come on, out there in television land. Somebody must know who that cat is. So you just send in your entry tonight. It's easy to enter. You just tear off the top of your piano and send it in. Send it in together with a recent photograph of yourself with Fidel Castro. And you just listen to these prizes. Second prize winner will receive... I'd like to give them that band. The second, they will receive a 30-minute parking place absolutely free in front of the supermarket of your choice. And now here's the grand prize. You will be flown to Hollywood. Even if you're here, you'll be flown to Hollywood. You'll be flown to Hollywood for a 2-week all-expense-paid trip where you'll have a personally conducted tour of the air conditioning system in the former home of Sal Mineo. That's what's going to be the first prize. So everybody, everybody enter my mystery voice contest, because, gosh, somebody should know him.
Thank you.